Early in the book of Revelation, the Apostle John tells us of 7 letters that Jesus wrote to churches in what is now known as Turkey. Of the 7 cities Jesus mentions in his letters, only Smyrna still exists. Today it is called Izmir. The city is one of the largest in modern Turkey, housing a population of 500,000. Located 35 miles north of Ephesus, which received the first letter, on the west coast of Asia, lay the city of Smyrna. The city of Smyrna was one of the proudest, most beautiful cities of Asia. It was thought of as the most exquisite city that the Greeks had ever built. The city sloped downward towards the sea, giving it a beautiful view. Described on coins as first of Asia in beauty and size, it housed the largest public theater in Asia, as well as a famous stadium and library. Built into one of the hills overlooking the sea was the large amphitheater that would seat 20,000 people. Because it controlled the trade of the rich Hermus Valley, it was a great, wealthy, and important city. Smyrna had been a Greek colony as far back as 1000 BC. Around 600 BC, it was invaded and destroyed by the Lydians, and for 400 years there was no city there at all. Then around 200 BC, it was rebuilt with streets that were broad, sweeping, and beautifully paved. The city had experienced death and had literally been brought back to life. It is undoubtedly because of Smyrna's historical past that Christ refers to himself as he who was dead and has come to life. Smyrna was a free city, one that knew the meaning of loyalty and fidelity to Rome, unlike most cities. Cicero called it one of our most faithful and our most ancient allies. It was the first city in the world to erect a temple to the goddess Roma and to the spirit of Rome. Her fidelity to Rome was famous in the ancient world. Because of their requirement of emperor worship, as well as the small but highly anti-Christian Jewish population, being a Christian in this city was very difficult. In fact, evidence suggests that life in Smyrna for a faithful Christian was more perilous than it was anywhere else in the Roman Empire. One of the most famous martyrs of the city was Polycarp, the bishop of Smyrna. On one festival day, the cry went up to seize Polycarp the Christian bishop. He freely confessed that he was a Christian. He was given the choice: sacrifice to Caesar or be burned at the stake. He gave this immortal answer: 86 years have I served Christ, and he has never done me wrong. How can I blaspheme my King who saved me? It was to the church that resided in this hostile city that Jesus dictated a letter of comfort and encouragement. To the angel of the church in Smyrna write, "These are the words of him who is the first and the last, who died and came to life again. I know your afflictions and your poverty, yet you are rich. I know the slander of those who say they are Jews and are not, but are a synagogue of Satan. Do not be afraid of what you're about to suffer. I tell you, the devil will put some of you in prison to test you, and you will suffer persecution for 10 days. Be faithful, even to the point of death, and I will give you the crown of life. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. He who overcomes will not be hurt at all by the second death."